Hello YouTube, this is Weston at Weston's Toy Reviews, and this is Transformers Titans Return Scourge, from the deluxe line of Titans Return figures that came out this summer of 2016. We've already taken a look at the other three, so you pretty much know what to expect here. He comes on the traditional blister card. As you can see, he has his bio, picture of robot mode, headmaster, vehicle mode, and then of course the headmaster can drive in the cockpit of the vehicle. Also showing that it's completely compatible over the whole line. Crash Bash, got Skull Smasher, Galvatron, and Autobot Blaster also in the line. And then on the back, or on the front, you see this picture of Scourge. Now I've done a few changes on mine, namely being, main one is of course the mustache and goatee. I had to paint it black. Of course, here's the collector's card he also comes with, as all the others do, with all the tech specs on the back. His tech specs seem to be on the lower range of these, just a bit over the midpoint here. Anyway, Scourge has two accessories. He has this little blaster, which also becomes the one of the stabilizers, I guess. It's not really a thruster engine, would it be? I think it's more of a stabilizer for the top of the vehicle mode, and that can just fit right in his hand, like so. And then he also comes with this double-barreled blaster that has a seat for a Titan Master in it. You can go ahead and put that in his other hand if you want. You can also store a weapon on his back, and there's a 5mm port there and one there. So he has weapon storage of sorts, and of course you can see the 5mm port here. I'll get into that a little bit later. So for a size comparison, here is Scourge with Blur from the same line, and you can see they're about the same size. So get Blur out of the way, and we can look at the weapon gimmick here. So basically, I'm gonna just take the weapons out of his hands, and of course, with this whole line, their heads just come off very easily. I'll set him off to the side. We can take a look at Fracas. Is that his name? Fracas? Yeah. He unfolds just like the rest. Same articulation with the arms, have ball joints and the two bends here. With the Decepticon ones, I've noticed that they're just like friction hinged. With the Autobot ones, though, they have an actual pin in the hip. As you can see there. The Decepticons don't have that. Anyway, you can take this one that has the seat. You can get Fracas into a sitting position. Oops. Drop him. And just put him in there. There's a little tab here that goes into slot, just like all the rest. And of course, you can put that there, and he can man this little gun. And of course, your other Titan Master characters can, or your other characters in the line can actually hold that. As you can see, there's Blur holding the weapon. Or of course, if you want to get silly, you can have Scourge's headless body holding it. Just like so. For articulation, Of course, the head is on a ball joint. Get him transformed really quick and head on. Pull that up. The head's on a ball joint, so you can look around. Not much up or down. Not much side to side either. It seems like it would, but it's just because it's kind of loose in the port, and you can kind of cheat it like that. Ball jointed shoulders, the hinge in the shoulder as well due to transformation, but the ball joint goes up to there. Use that hinge, you can get like that. Rotation at the biceps, hinged elbow, and this little bit of hollowness there. Nothing at the waist due to the way he transforms. This is ratcheted. It's a really soft ratchet. Thigh swivel. Knee bend, a little less than 90 degrees there. And the feet, the toes can go up and down. This toe here is kind of loose on mine. And then the heel can go down, sort of, so you can like kind of try and get them into like a dynamic pose if you want. So, yeah. With these wings, I like to like fold them up more onto themselves. There's like little tabs here, and I just like push it. Oh. Decapitation. Fatality. Anyway, get back here. Wow, this guy is... his head's not the tightest. Yeah. Anyway, I like to just pop him past that pin there. Just so they're kind of, less of a backpack there on his back. And I think kind of gives him a cool silhouette there. Anyway, let's get down to transformation now. So, remove his head, of course. Fold his feet into the heels. And rotate them out like that. Flip these panels around like so. And pull out that. Now, when you're going back into robot mode, you definitely will make sure the Titan Master is not in here. Because as you can see here, when you push this assembly in, it collapses up inside the torso there. You see there. So anyway, rotate the legs, rotate this assembly. Bring the legs up and squeeze them together, and then there's some tabs that go into the back of his butt, so you can do that. Flip his fists in and straighten his elbows. Come back down here. You want to shift this up. There's a tab here and a slot here. You just want to get that tab into that slot. Same on the other side. Shift it up and tab that tab into the slot. And now, basically want to just fold these shell bits around like that, and the tab into the shoulder here and the leg down here. Just tab them in, tab them in. You open up the cockpit. You get your fracas into sitting position, and just like with Hardhead, you want his legs straight out, and then of course he just goes right inside, and then his feet tab in. Try not to tab him in too much or too hard, too solidly, because his legs tend to pop off when I try and pull him out. Close the cockpit and then put this up on top like so. This has a few options. He has some ports here on the other side, and of course he has a port here on top. So you can put it in there like that, which kind of looks dumb. I usually just stick it onto the side right here, and I am sorry for all the background noise. Everybody's being noisy, so I usually do that. I'm going to quickly transform blur. And try and do a comparison in vehicle mode, how he looks with blur. Because I'm pretty sure that's where everybody's going to have this in their Season 3 and G1 movie display. Because that's kind of where he belongs, him and blur both. So, getting blur finished up, pop that there, and transform blur's head. And there he is next to blur. So, it's a decent size, I guess. Maybe Scourge should be a bit bigger. I was kind of hoping Scourge would be a Voyager class, so he would fit in with Galvatron and the Cyclonus we got with the Combiner Wars. Well, I guess you can't always win. Anyway, this has been a review of Scourge. I like him. He's alright. He's not my favorite of the wave. I do like all of them in this wave. He's just not my favorite. Blur, I'd say is second. He's a pretty good figure all around. As for Scourge, he just doesn't have the same articulation as, say, Blur and Skullcruncher. They have more articulation in the torso and the arms, and they just seem to be a bit more well-rounded. As for like Hardhead, his transformation is, it causes him to not have a waist swivel. That's the same thing that plagues Scourge. As for Hardhead, though, he has more options in robot mode where you can pull the cannon over his shoulder or leave it on his back. This guy, he doesn't really have those options like Hardhead does, or any of the others. So this has been my review of Titans Return Scourge. I am sorry for the background noise because everybody's waking up and making a lot of noise. So this has been Titans Return Scourge. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you really like it, subscribe. And if you want to see more, you can also share on Facebook with your friends if you think they'd be interested. So this has been Generations Titans Return Scourge. This is Weston. I'll see you next time.